Bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Now it's Ryan. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage, there to knock that one away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Tyler Irvin back deep. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist. Things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Second and 11 at the 40-yard line.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys! We 19. 59. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. We are going. Check three.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down, Packers.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Get off the field. All day, baby. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 36. All right. Show it.
Off the draw, here's Williams. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a third and about 13. Looking from the gun. Rodgers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And 10 at their 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Za'Darius Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Come on, fellas.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Packers. He returns the kickoff and even 90 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Plus, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
Coming to you.
Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
I got you, son.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Slam. Kill. 22.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit.
But it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. Goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Jones. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slow them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Running right, Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 17 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point try now for Crosby. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Come on, QB, come on.
Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And an alley to run. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with. If they could have stopped them right there on that down, now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had him blanketed, especially there in this. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And some room to run now. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Rush in. Right now. Rush in. Inside.
Rodgers looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? You see me?
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to